Abaru Abuye. This is Ifa Yemi. Coming in a couple of days late in regards to my weekly vlog. The purpose of this vlog once more is to chronicle my last year as an Omo Ifa, Ianifa, through the Isheshe tradition as I study under Baba Kola Abimbola as a student at Ifa University. I was initiated in 2019, and prior to that, I had come from, as they used to say at one of my old churches, prior Christian tradition, upbringing. That upbringing being founded in the church, particularly the African Methodist Church, where I was also blessed enough to be trained as a religious scholar from 4th grade. And so religious, esoteric, spiritual study and endeavors have always been a part of my life. Philosophy, logic became one of my biggest loves, psychology, as I was in college. That's just to remind myself as to who I am and whose I am. One day, somebody might see these vlogs, but for now, they're simply ways for me to chronicle my process, my learning, my training. Also, I've been working with Kabiesi, Shango, clearing up my throat chakra as I seek justice within the universe. For a lot of tragedies that have happened, not just to me, but to many in the diaspora. And so oftentimes, because of this trauma, we often become stuck or stifled in various ways. One of my areas of growth have been in not speaking up for myself and not taking that which is mine and meant for me because of fear, primarily. And we know working with Shango, he don't play. He don't play with that. I'm scared, I'm fear. What if, It's like, get it done. That's the lightning, that's the thunder, get it done. It's coming. So anyway, my previous video, I was so excited because the first day of school was coming up, being a priestess and a scholar and a teacher and a mom, the first day of school was pretty amazing, right? Well, my first day of school, just like many, wake up all excited, obviously a lot of foolery, just anticipation. However, no one showed up for class. It's just me and the professor, me and Baba Kola Abimbola. And so we're sitting there waiting, for folks to show up. And unfortunately, this has happened within my cohort before. Speaking freely, because this is just my vlog for me, it kind of sucks because like iron sharpens iron, and I need my colleagues, I need my classmate, I need my cohorts, because this has been a long, arduous process. I think we started out with definitely a handful of people. I don't want to lie about the number. We definitely had over 9, maybe a dozen people at the beginning of this journey. And I think now we're down to 4 on a consistent basis. Here's my son, Ifa Sakin, being raised in the culture. The son is of an Ianifa with all the ashe inside of him. So, my other children will probably make spontaneous appearances in my videos, but it's reminds me of that coffee song. It's 5 a.m, but it's actually 4 a.m because we've already woken up and done our prayers and started our day, had something to eat, and now it's time for mommy to get ready to do her video. So yeah, I was procrastinating on doing this video kind of out of a place of hurt, you know, like I'm very sensitive. I get, you know, frazzled often. So I was like, yo, where is everybody? I sent out a message on our messaging system, sent out a text message, and it's just like, there's always something. It doesn't matter if it's family, work, finances. Technology has been a really big hindrance for us in this Ifa University process. We've gone through at least 5 different portals. And technology is already, like, I'm almost getting choked up as I sit here looking at Ogun. Technology is already hard enough for me as it is. Like, really, to be 41 years old, you would think that I would have a little bit more. But whatever. That's a tangent that we're not going to go into. As my baby's over here throwing shells. So on Sunday, which is when our classes are and when I'm slotted to do my weekly recordings, unless I'm so called on to do it at another point in time. And there's some things that we're going to be adding. As I said in my previous videos, teas and herbal medicines and stuff like that. But leave the cascarilla. No. Or I put some on your ori. So on Sunday, I was thinking that maybe I should have this video about stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. And then I was thinking maybe that's a little bit arrogant for me to say something like that. But this is, again, this is for me. And so if this journey is just for me, it's okay for me to say something like that. And coming full circle, it is really grounded in who I am as a lifelong scholar of all things esoteric, spiritual, religious, XYZ. He's bent on getting that. It's his favorite, one of his favorite things. He loves Oshun. Yo, we're just gonna let that happen for now. And so I kind of lost my train of thought, which often happens when you have a little one at home, right? Tatey. I don't want to pause this because I don't really know how to video slice. So we're just going to let him do his thing. He can't really hurt anything. So, you know. So anyways, stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Orisha faith and practice is a practice indeed. It's a lifestyle. It's not something that you wake up Sunday morning and you get ready for church and that's it for the week. You may read your Bible. You may go to a Bible study. Orisha lifestyle is a daily partnership, a daily walk, a committed and concerned effort. It does take work. This is the medicine. To quote Baba Obafemio, which is one of my favorite scholar priests. You've got to do the work, and being mindful of your Ifa days, your 4-day cycles, being mindful of taboos, being mindful of dates, being mindful of colors, it's a mindfulness practice. It's a practice that can bring out the best in you or highlight the worst in you. And so when I say stay ready, that's exactly what I mean. It is a process of fortifying yourself. And so to be transparent, like when I first thought about this, it was in regards to my classmates who didn't show up. Like, why aren't you ready? Why aren't you here? Because your absence affects the whole cohort. And I don't want to say it from an arrogant place, but I do say it from a place of like iron sharpens iron. Is like we all have to be aware. We all have to be present. We all have to do our work. And it's like I'm aware that there's a lot of things that I have trouble with, period, point blank, the end. Things that I have trouble with that possibly the people in my cohort could help me with. Like memorizing Odu in Yoruba. Nah. Tyrese, she just like, Ifa University, she just like, yo. But maybe there's a way that I can receive that balance. In the same way that I've always been the one who puts study groups together and Zoom meetings together so that my cohort can study and work together. So, we all do what we can with what we have, however we can. But for me, one of the saving graces is my ability to continuously do the work. It's a process and a lifestyle. And when I say work, it's not always arduous. Sometimes it is. Sometimes there's late nights and early mornings, and anybody who's lived the Orisha path knows that, especially as a priest or priestess. And when I say Orisha, I don't just mean a sheshe. I come from a Santeria Lukami background. I've been in education for quite some time. I know that there's been many a times that we're up 2-3 o'clock in the morning performing rites and ceremonies and ebo, and then you sit on the couch with the throw blanket, and 6 o'clock the alarm clock goes off and you have to get ready to go to work. I'm like, this is a very emotional blog because it also sort of chronicles the energy and the time that I've put in to my practice. And anybody who's ever even stepped foot into my home, they know that it's a spiritual study. It's a spiritual oasis. It's a place where I dissect all the finites of being African in America, Orisha practitioner, devotee, priestess, mommy, teacher, mother, all of the above. So stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Have your systems in order. Have your schedule in order. Remember when we were younger and our parents would have us lay out our clothes the night before? Have your book bag at the door. Like, some of that doesn't really change as we get older. There's a lot of work to do. And if you are not ready, then when it is your time, you're not going to be able to show and prove. So I pray that in my character, in my Iwa, in my life, in my day, I'm able to show and prove. I'm able to show that I am a person that is studied and grounded, who walks with Iwa Pwele, who shows Surubaba Iwa, but that I'm human too. That was a show. There's a lot of... Yeah. So, speaking of being human, I think that is my son sort of telling me that it's time to start getting ready for school. I don't know. But he waits to the most inopportune times to tear the club up, if you know what I mean. Anyways, bye for now. Odabo, Ireo, Ifayemi. Just taking a minute to share my heart when it comes to stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Peace.